All right, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome. My name is Derek Diesner. I'm the Sports Information Director here at Arizona Western College. And I'd like to introduce everyone that's sitting up here with me. Starting to my left, President Dr. Glenn MAYLE, Head Football Coach Tom MINNICK, Jerry Smith, our Athletic Director here at AWC. And to my right, starting at the end, we have the President of the Caballeros, Rob Philby. Representing Fisher Automotive, we have Larry Linares. And sitting right to my right is the El Toro Bowl Chairman, Dennis Booth. And with that, and with our official announcement, I will hand things over to Dennis Booth.
By the way, I can say we're very proud. Derek came in fast and hit the ground running in his new job, moving from Chicago here. And thank you for coming, Derek. Appreciate all your energy. Well, it's a big day, and it's been quite a few months leading up to today, hasn't it been? I can say this, that the Caballeros, who I represent in particular on this committee, are very interested in improving our community and bringing tourism to our community. And so we participate as volunteers in this bowl game for you, the community, and to support everyone involved. I will say that our sponsors make it all happen, very much so. We have Larry representing Fisher. We have our great friends from the Holiday Inn, from the Sign Pro, many people, and I'm sorry if I missed some of the others, but the media support has been phenomenal for this particular bowl game. And we appreciate that ongoing support as we go forward. And to Jerry and all your staff and to Coach Minnick and to Dr. MAYLE, I know you all work very, very hard to keep this athletic program going, and also work very hard to support the volunteer effort that we put on for the bowl game as well. Thank you for all you do. Thank you, Jerry. And I see Sodexo, our sponsor. Thank you, John's here. And also Cindy in the athletic office. She's the workhorse for everyone here. Thank you, Cindy, for your support. Cindy. Well, I guess the moment of truth is here. Are we going to have a bowl game? Yes, we are. We're going to have it on December 7th at 1 p.m. at Veterans Memorial Stadium. And the two teams that are going to be playing are Arizona Western College and New Mexico Military Institute out of Roswell, New Mexico. We plan on putting on a good event. We're going to be excellent hosts to the visiting team. They've said they'll bring their band. We're going to try to encourage the community to support us. As we know, we've had some adversity this year. I believe if the community will, based on what I've heard, they should come to this game in support because of that adversity. So I would urge everyone to get their friends out to join us and buy tickets. With that, Derek, I think we on the next one.
Thank you, Dennis. All right, now we'll open the floor up for a Q&A session. I'll carry around a microphone. If you'll just raise your hand, I'll bring the microphone to you. And
Dr. MAYLE say something?
Yeah. Dr. MAYLE, would you like to say some words?
He's the ball.
Thank you, Derek. It's always nice to have an opportunity to say some words instead of answer your questions. It always makes it easier. I can't tell you how pleased we are. I want to thank the Caballeros. I want to thank all of our sponsors. This is, I believe, the quality bowl game in the country. If you've been to several of the others, then you really get an idea of how much our community and college and supporters put into this. Any college that has an opportunity to come and play in this bowl is going to be very, very excited. I can't say enough about our coach and the teams and the kids. Yeah, it's been a tough situation with something that happened this year, but that should not detract from our quality team and our coaches. I'm very pleased to have the opportunity to have the bowl game here, and I thank the Caballeros and Jerry, obviously, and the staff. It's going to be a great ball game, and I look forward to it. Thank you.
Well, let me just say a few words. I echo what Dr. MAYLE said, certainly for their athletes and for the students. I want to take a special opportunity to thank each of you for being here today. this is certainly an outstanding occasion for us to see the support that's turned out here today. I want to also echo Dennis's sentiments to our sponsors. Certainly, we're back in terms of the first year of the bowl participation and the level of sponsorships this year, not only from those that were mentioned here, but from several others in the community, plus the outstanding support we have from the media and from that side on in-kind services. And then I think it would behoove me certainly to say something about Fisher Automotive and in particular about Larry LINARES and the partnership that we've been able to form. And I know you've already begun to see on the newspaper and on TV and with the radio the number of ads or number of sponsorships that's coming out talking about the Toro Bowl and talking about buying tickets and talking about the excitement that we're going to generate that day. And from the first day when we met with Fisher Automotive and met with their complete staff and talked about the Toro Bowl and what we expect it to be in terms of bringing recognition and bringing outside groups into YUMA, many of them who've never been here before. And hopefully once they're here and see what's available and see how we treat them for 3 days, that they'll want to visit again to the area. But then as we progressed and had different conversations with Larry and with his staff, and in particular Larry, and talking about the partnership and talking about how we want to work together to make this a better event, how we want to work together to make this a YUMA event for the entire community. And Larry just confirming to us that how they are bought into what we represent at Arizona Western College in terms of education. And those of you that's heard me talk before, you know how serious we are at Arizona Western College about education. Obviously, we like to win games and we like to have fun. But what it's all about is education, and that's what we preach, and that's what our coaches preach. And you look at our wall, and you look at our kids, and you look at our media guide, and where are they now? And you see our kids are all over the country. And then on Saturdays, if you watch TV or listen to the radio and you hear Randy Gregory's name being mentioned all over with the Nebraska Michigan game last week, and Cameron Clear, if you watch Texas A&M, and Tanner McElvoy, if you watch Wisconsin, and you hear all those kids' names at major universities that's on TV. And that's what it's all about. We're all about getting those kids an education, getting them out of here and getting them on to the next level. And we're committed to that. And this bowl is just a beginning or a start for us to provide opportunities, not only for athletic scholarships, but also scholarships that we give to the Arizona Western College Foundation for general students that might be coming to Arizona Western College. And Larry, I want you to know that as being a part of this, is these are the things that we're committed to, and these are the things that I know that you're committed to. And when we talked to Larry about the adversity dealing with our football team, Larry's comment was, well, we're in support of Arizona Western College. We're in support of its football team. We're in support of its students. And that's the reason we're participants in the bowl. And our players on the field are 7-4. And I want some of our players that's here. You players, why don't you just stand up and let everybody see who you are. Some of our players are here. And I personally want to thank you, and I know that these people in the room want to thank you for all the hard work that you've put in. And the things that happened to our football team is not anywhere directly related to these guys. These guys have worked hard, put a lot of effort in. They were here in August at 115-degree temperature. They were here since the last of July, and putting an effort forward to have us a good football team. And I think the effort that they've put forth and the games that they've won, they deserve to be recognized. And I want to say a public thank you to all you guys. Thanks so much. And then I think we'd be remiss if we didn't ask Larry to come say a few words from Fisher Automotive. Those of you that attended the press conference when we announced them as the sponsor, and if you look around in their businesses today, you see the El Toro banner that's up on the screen here today. And they've been great partners. We've had great success working with them, and we hope to have continued success with them. Thanks, Larry.
Thank you very much. Fisher Automotive believes in community, believes in helping each other, and this community comes together like nobody we've ever seen. Congratulations, Coach. Gentleman in the back there that stood up, congratulations. You did a great job this year. We're looking forward to being the sponsor of the Fisher Automotive El Toro Bowl, and we're looking at some of the things that we can lend to the community and make this a fun bowl. So this is the first time we got to announce this. We'll go ahead and make the announcement today. One of the people in the stands will be chosen to win a $35,000 car. And all they got to do, there's always good. So all they got to do is punt a ball 35 yards into one of our sponsors' grocery carts. That would be Walmart. So if they could do that, they can come to any one of our 3 lots, Fisher Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fisher Chevrolet, Buick GMC, or Fisher Hyundai, and pick out a car valued at $35,000, or truck, by that matter. So good luck to that person. There is some people we need to thank. Fisher Automotive is just a part of this whole thing. Holiday Inn Express, very supportive, and Walmart, Sam's Club, Dill Outdoor, all the other sponsors. There's a lot of other sponsors involved. We're not the only one. I would like to say personally thank them for their participation. And hey, listen, I've always had a motto: if it ain't fun, I'm not doing it. So let's have fun this year, okay? Thank you.
Thanks, Larry. All right, now I guess it's time for questions. So I will take the mic out if you'll raise your hand and just announce your name, and then you can direct your question to any of these gentlemen.
Kelly, you got to jump up and down. My name's Rob Fram with KYMA, and my question is addressed to Coach Tom Minnick. Your team has gone through lots of adversity, especially in the second half of the season. Going into this bowl game, does this add any extra fuel to the fire for your guys to go out there and just finish your season strong?
I think they'll come out strong and play well. The last 2 games we've been banged up with some injuries. Probably our best, player on offense, our quarterback who runs the show, has been hurt, and that's kind of hurt us, scoring some points lately. We're hoping to get him back, and like I said, he runs the show. So, there's no excuse why we lost him, but it's just the fact that when you don't have that quarterback, that leader on the offense running the show, it's tough to win. So we're hopefully getting him back, and I think our players will step up. It's a bowl game. We're 7-4 on the field. New Mexico Military 7-4 on the field. Another thing, Coach Joe Forstner and myself, good friends. Head coaches. He's already been joking around with me with texts and stuff like that. And I think it's gonna be a fun game. And I'm glad they're invited. And I think it's fun. It's college football. You got to want to play this because it's fun. It's it can't be serious all the time. The kids got to want to enjoy it, and I think we'll go out there and play hard and give Nemi all they can handle.
Kelly Ray, News Talk 560 KBLU. Of course, we'll have the game on December 7th. One question, Larry, the $35,000 punt, is that going to be a before the game deal, a halftime deal? When is that going to be?
Well, the person's name, people will register coming into the front gate. So, they got to buy a ticket if they want to try to win. That's first and foremost. But we'll draw a name right after the kickoff, and during the first quarter, their name will be announced. We'll meet up with them, get all the proper papers signed and everything, and at halftime, we'll give away a vehicle.
Okay. And the next question, was there ever any doubt, 2-7, 7-4, whatever the record is officially or unofficially, was there ever any doubt the Matadors would not be in this game coming up?
I got to understand your question just a little
Oh, okay. Being what happened with the record and the forfeits, after all of that, and you guys met to make a decision on who was going to be in the game, was there ever a doubt that AWC would not be in this game?
You know what? As a sponsor, I don't know. I wasn't part of that selection committee. I'd like to turn that over to Dennis. He could probably answer that question.
Put Dennis on the grill here.
Kelly, I could say there was definitely no certainty. And we had some serious meetings and discussed it, and the information that we drew from the meeting was that the consensus was to allow them to consider being able to play. So I can guarantee you that the Caballeros are a very independent group of people as a partner in this event. And candidly, we looked at the issues on both sides long and hard and visited with Jerry. And we think we made the right decision for our community, and that's foremost what we want to do, Kelly. But that does not guarantee what the decisions will be in the future, and we do not expect to have anything crop up like this again.
I'm Eddie with the YUMA Sun. I guess this is for either Dennis and or Jerry. Kind of following up on what he asked, what were the behind the final decision for letting AWC play in the game? And I guess the follow-up to that is with choosing NIMI, I guess, a conference foe and a rematch where there are talks about other teams or stuff like that.
Well, I think, I think the decision that we made, the discussion we had, is the number one, the team was actually 7-4, the players. And obviously, we don't like what happened, but I think, that was the big factor in the decisions that the team met the criteria. The National Junior College Athletic Association allowed us to have the waiver for our team to participate, which they didn't have to do really. They could have said no. The contract was formed between us, so we felt like we needed an okay from them to do that, and they gave us that okay. And we just think it's the best thing for the community. After talking with the sponsors, talking to the Caballeros, talking to people in the community, just felt like it was the right thing to do for our football players.
And I guess the second half about just maybe what was the other teams talking.
Well, again, we talked to a lot of teams. We sent out questionnaires, flyers to probably 12 or 15 teams. It's a tough situation all across the country. Again, like last year, NIMI reached out to us. We didn't reach out to them. Matter of fact, they called me on Saturday night on my way back from Pima, said they were extremely interested in being a participant in the game. We did talk to several other schools. We didn't have a confirmation from anybody for sure that they would come. And then when NIMI, there's one of the bowls that even right now don't have participants. And at 11 o'clock this morning, there was 2 bowls that didn't have participants. So we felt like we had a good even match with NIMI. They were excited about coming, indicated they bring their band, they bring their cheerleaders. They thought they would have some alumni all across Arizona and California that would come and participate in the game. We just felt like it was a good match for us.
Any other questions?
What's their record?
7-4.
They are all 7-4.
Correct. Eastern Arizona, I was talking to them at 11 o'clock this morning. They were extended an offer for a bowl game, which would have been the 5th school in our conference. There were extended invitations to bowl games this year. So per remark, I'll give you some idea about how strong our conference is. I guess they couldn't work it out, couldn't get the finances on such a short term. And my guess is they're still in contention for the bowl right now that hadn't announced their teams yet.
Coach Minnick, How are you guys approaching, given the competition of the last 3 years, teams from across the country that you haven't seen before, how are you guys approaching this one, a team that you're very, very familiar with?
Well, I mean, we really haven't started preparing for them yet, but starting next week, we'll get after it again. And, I mean, they're a good football team. I mean, just going over some of the all-conference kids, who they're recommending and putting up for all-conference, which will happen here in the next couple of days down in Phoenix when Jerry and I leave after the meeting here to go down there. They got one kid that's got 30 offers already on the defense. I mean, so and the other ones, looking down the line, they got some good football players. So it's going to be a challenge. We did a good job last time against them, controlled the ball, and played really well against them the last time we played here. So they'll have revenge on their mind. It's a bowl game. It's we had the same thing. We wanted to play Scottsdale and get revenge, and it's about getting revenge. And then that's what they're gonna shoot for. We can't let that happen. It's hard to play somebody twice, but it's going to say a lot about our players to step up and get that challenge and play and beat them twice. And I think we're up to that responsibility. As far as playing in this bowl game, and getting invited to this bowl game, we owe it to this community, to this bowl game, to these sponsors to play well and to win this game. So I mean, we're going to do everything we can to prepare and get a win on December 7th.
Any other questions?
Again, thank each of you for coming. We look forward to a great game on December the 7th. Be sure and get your tickets.